Okay, before I start talking in this video, I know that my upload schedule hasn't been daily. I know a lot of videos, at least here, have only been going up like very late at night, and they might be daily or they might bleed into the next day. I just want to go ahead and apologize for that. Life has been in the way of daily uploads recently, and it just hasn't been lining up to where I've been able to do it as much. And kind of now it's not really every other day, it's still kind of every other day, it's just every night, like late at night, almost like bleeding into the next day. I'm trying to work on it, and I hope y'all know that I'm trying to get back into the flow of daily ones. Besides this video, I have two more that I want to do good, and I have a lot of videos that I want to do and that I want to work on, and hopefully I can keep up this whole like trying to upload as much as I can. More albums are dropping next week, so there'll be more albums to review. I think I got burnt out with the whole YouTube, like my account getting deleted, and I got burnt out on like trying to catch up on reviews. It just kind of burned me out a little bit, and I'm getting more back into the flow of doing it. So that's just letting y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Now, as you can see right here on this image, I know it's very blurry, but it says, "Are posthumous albums ethical?" And that's kind of what this video is about, because I believe personally that this depends on several factors. And what inspired me to make this video was I was inspired to do it already, but then Lil Baby, Juice WRLD's like label and team like manager, dropped a pre-party pack, which was like a little 2-song EP called like the pre-party pack, and the Party Never Ends is gonna drop on November 20th. I can't remember a time where the Party Never Ends was supposed to drop. I thought that was supposed to drop before his last album, which was, he has 2 posthumous albums now, and this will make 3. It is kind of crazy that Juice WRLD had that many unreleased songs, and it's kind of cool that he had that many to now work with. However, I think, first of all, the cover of the pre-party pack is very wrong, and I'm going to pull it up on screen here. I feel like this is so distasteful. The reason I'm saying that is obviously you can see the drug-like imagery being presented. And knowing the way Juice WRLD died was by an accidental overdose. I just think that's really lame, you know? Why are you promote? Not really. Honestly, yeah, you're promoting it. I mean, it looks like Juice WRLD's having fun, so like you're promoting this image when this is how he died. You know, this is how he passed away. I don't think this is okay. I don't think that you should be putting that as a cover art to someone who died passed away doing that activity. And I'm not saying that it like, I feel like they just kind of want it to be as Juice WRLD as possible, which there's nothing wrong with that, but come on, I think it's distasteful. I think it's very, very distasteful. Now, another rapper who actually doesn't have any more music for us to release is Pop Smoke. There is no, like, the only things left now are, like, unreleasable, like, you can't string together songs out of his reference tracks anymore. We're basically completely out of Pop Smoke music. And this, I feel like, is such a bad situation because labels should not be trusted with the music. The reason I'm saying that is there are, like, producers have said that, like, certain songs that they've made, like with Pop Smoke, had completely new verses, had completely new features, had complete change in productions, and that's not right because you're ruining a song that the artist probably had an image for. You know what I mean? I think it was CDTV Productions. I was doing like a list of like how like songs that sounded better, like their unreleased versions. And one of the songs was a Pop Smoke song where they had a completely different beat, and I'm pretty sure that they also threw on the Pusha T and Kanye West features. I think it was Kanye. I know Pusha T was one of those features, I'm pretty sure. But I just think that's crazy. You're taking these unreleased music, like songs. I don't know why you're just... It kind of doesn't make sense to me. Literally just changing the beat for no real reason. You know? There's just no need to do that. And you're literally... If there was still Pop Smoke music to be dropped, we would probably still be getting like albums. They would probably still be trying to string together albums of Pop Smoke. They probably tried. Like they probably have still tried to string together reference tracks and verses and little hooks here and there to probably try and make a song or two, but there's just not enough. There's not enough material there to try. Like they're trying to make a more popular song and it's ruining the image of the artist. You know what I'm saying? I do think the music should be. I think it's like in X's family. The music is more entrusted to a family member, honestly, or just only like very finished versions of songs should be approved. And the reason I'm saying that is I just feel like it would make more sense if like a song was approved for release. And I feel like this is gonna sound really stupid, but let me explain. Excuse my voice, by the way, my nose is really stopped up. But I think that you can approve a song for release just in case you pass away. And I feel like rappers shouldn't have to do that. You really shouldn't. But hear me out. A lot of rappers die all the time. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not a crazy, surprising thing for a rapper to pass away. It's really not. Like, did anyone see Takeoff's death coming? Did anyone see Young Dolph's death coming? Do you see King Von's death coming? You know, they come out of nowhere. So, it would just make more sense if rappers can, like, maybe wouldn't be a big thing. Just be like, yeah, just in case I pass away, this song's dropping. Or, honestly, if you don't even want to do that, just drop completed songs. Don't drop a song that wasn't finished. You know? Don't add a feature just to add a feature to it. Just to fill out blank space in the beat. Don't change production. Just drop it the way it sounds. You know? Even then, even if you drop an unreleased song, just, like, not even drop an unreleased. I mean, drop an unfinished. Don't make it, I don't know. Just, I honestly don't even think, there's not much room to, like, if it's not approved, then don't drop it. Or if it's not finished, then still drop it. There is no real room, you know, just literally, it has to be finished. It has to be put in his own little folder, be like, this one is fine to drop. That is the only way I feel like it would be acceptable to drop a song that is posthumous, because he already planned on releasing it. That does bring up one interesting thing. One person I feel like that I think has been treated kind of carefully and okayly is Young Dolph. Now, Young Dolph is also a rapper who probably has a lot of music that we haven't heard. He's probably got a lot of finished songs. He's been around for a very long time. He's probably got tons of songs we haven't heard. And that's not a hot take. I mean, and I would not be completely opposed to hearing those completely finished songs. Because here's the thing, he wasn't signed to a label, so it's not like a big label controlling what is going to drop, like forcing collaborations or doing anything like that. He does have a posthumous album. Also, I know I'm saying that wrong. Like, I definitely have to be. And he also, I know I was kind of like in a little confusion whenever he released a single. However, whenever I heard it, it sounded very finished. You can tell that this was probably going to drop soon. Like, it was probably this rollout for this album that they were kind of doing after he passed away was probably going to happen. I mean, with Young Dolph alive, it probably would have been a little bigger and, like, done more. But something was going to happen. That was probably going to be a song. And I'm pretty sure I even seen somewhere that they were, like, using... He had, like a bigger track list that he was going to slim down, and they kind of just went ahead and slimmed it down. That is okay, I feel like. I don't even remember, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't even remember what the album is called, but I know the cover of it's where he's sitting in that chair. I think he's smoking a cigar. Excuse me, like he's got it in his hand. It's a pretty good album. I enjoyed the album. And I think that is a good case. I feel like that is okay. You know? They're good people. They're dropping his music. It all sounded finished. I don't think... That's the big thing. You can tell, at least from listening to it, nothing was changed. You know, they didn't change beats on a song. They didn't throw in a feature just to force a feature or nothing like that. Because I feel like that is the wrongest thing, almost of all, is forcing a feature to make a song try and get it more popular. I think that is a horrific idea. I've seen somewhere that there was a Juice and X collab that I don't think was made when they were alive. That is not good whatsoever. That is almost, in my opinion, that is probably as bad as AI music. Do not do that. Do not force two artists to collaborate and use the fact that they've committed, I don't know if I can say that word, committed not being here anymore as an excuse to why you should put them on the same song. I think that is no wait. They didn't even do that. I shouldn't say that. They didn't even do that. Just was on accident. X was getting. I don't know why I said that. My bad. But little fact checked. I apologize. I don't. You know, they didn't commit that, but they like on accident or not really planned. You know what I'm saying? Just that should not be. They died tragically. That should not be a reason that they are on the same song. That should not be an excuse. And it's just that's just wrong. I don't even think I'm struggling to explain it because I almost don't feel the need to. I think everyone other than a big industry head would be like, yeah, this is a bad idea. We're using these two guys' likeliness and just slamming them together because we think that's going to get us a lot of streams. And it probably would. I mean, Juice WRLD has a diehard fan base. A lot of people still listen to Juice WRLD. You know, he's still got that kind of that big core fan base, even though he still passed away, that are probably going to eat that song up if they ever drop it, which I hope they are smart enough to not do, because that would be stupid. Because, first of all, what if a rapper, you know, let's say Juice WRLD, did want to work with X, and it just, the image, you know, he had this perfect idea of this song, and it's the complete opposite of what they end up doing, the industry ends up doing. And it ends up being wrong, and Juice WRLD, let's say he comes back one day, he comes back from the dead, and he hears it, and he's like, this is not what I wanted this to sound like whatsoever. I don't like this song, and that hurts my heart that I ain't able like to make the song that I wanted, you know. And then we'd all go crazy because he's back. But anyway, that's how I like to think of it, you know. I think Lil Uzi Vert said that when he was on that Aiden Ross stream, that's the reason he doesn't try and do features with that, because he doesn't know how that original artist would have intended his feature to be. So it's kind of distasteful and almost disrespectful to do that, because you're kind of forcing yourself onto their song without them really even getting any permission. You know what I'm saying? I do think that other rappers featuring on like other songs. Wait, let me reword that. The passed away artist featuring on another artist's song. I don't really have that big of a problem with it. The only time that I've ever had a problem is one time Tyga did a Pop Smoke feature that was like way after Pop Smoke passed away. And I mean, I get it. It had a music video and everything. I think Pop Smoke was even in the music video. So that song did have original intent for release. But you could have released it a little sooner. You know? I mean, I'm not saying that like because it would have been able to capitalize off of it more. But like, it looks a little better. I don't think any harm was necessarily meant by it. Because it, like, as I said, it probably had intent to release. But still, you know, I think that still kind of looks bad. Because, like, I know Juice WRLD, right, had a feature that he, like, was on Culture 3. And they ended up using it. I don't really have a problem with that because I know they announced that song was going to be on the album months before the album came out. That's one. Two, they were, like, the song had always had intent to be on the album. So that's why I kind of don't see the big problem with it, because, like, yeah, when they made it, they were like, oh, this one's going to be on the album. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't have to change that plan just because he passed away. You know? And if anything, that we get to see more finished music from them, a finished feature, you know? And that's a collab that they actually wanted to do, you know? There are some other cases where it might not be too bad if, like, let's say Juice WRLD was featured on a Young Thug project or a Lil Yachty project. That, in my opinion, has context to it, or a Ski Mask album, because they were actually friends in real life, and they obviously, like, I know I've seen that Juice and Young Thug, I think Young Thug said they have, like, over 200 unreleased songs together, and I mean, they were, like, obviously, you don't have 200 songs with anybody. They were friends, you know what I'm saying? I like the idea of that better. Because, I mean, Young Thug might be like, you know, dang, my homie Juice WRLD, I'm gonna make sure he's on every single one of my albums until like I quit making music. And I'd be more okay with that because it's not. I mean, especially Young Thug, right? Young Thug doesn't. He's not necessarily dropping albums necessarily just for sales now because he's been doing this so long. That probably doesn't really affect him anymore. So it'd probably be more of out of a respect thing. Same with Lil Yachty. Same with Ski Mask, most likely. That type of feature. There's no distaste to it. It actually that's almost like a tasteful one. Yep, my homie Juice WRLD, he actually loved this song. I'm put on the album. I think that's definitely a lot better. And honestly, overall, this just shouldn't be a thing. We shouldn't drop posthumous albums unless there are enough finished songs, like DMX. I know the album that he dropped after he passed away, or that they dropped, was basically already like 90% finished before he passed away, and they pushed it out to give like one last batch of good music from him. That's okay. I see that. I completely see that, and I'm okay with that. However, what's going on with Juice WRLD right now, I don't think should be going on. I really don't. All this, like, there's no telling. Do you know all like the Juice WRLD snippets that we've heard that have had like different beat changes when they release, or features removed? Like, why was Lil Yachty removed off that song? Okay, which song off of his Fighting Demons project was supposed to have Yachty on it? I don't remember the name of it. I can play it in my head, but I don't remember the name of it. Song was supposed to have Lil Yachty on it. And it's a good song too. And why is he removed? There's no reason. I don't think Juice WRLD would have wanted him removed off the project. Like, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? So maybe we just shouldn't drop them anymore. This is a pretty long video. Usually my videos aren't over 10 minutes. But if you made it to the end, obviously subscribe, hit that like button. If you want to show more support, you can go listen to my album on literally any streaming service. Just look up Fatal KM, the first thing that pops up. Or you can buy merch, or you can join the Patreon, or literally any of the other things. As long as you subscribe, though, do make sure you do that. All the links are in the description to social media and stuff, whatever you want to get up to down there. And just be good people, and subscribe, hit that subscribe button. I promise, like I said in the beginning, I'm trying very, very hard to get back into doing these daily uploads. I have 2 video note scripts right here that I'm gonna do. Hopefully they'll be out tomorrow and the next day, and then we'll be living good. We'll be eating good. I'm gonna be working on scripts. I'm gonna be doing all that. I'm gonna try my hardest to get back into doing these daily uploads because I know my schedule's been a little screwed. But I told y'all back during the summer when I started doing these daily uploads, I did them for about 2 months. And honestly, if my channel didn't get deleted, I would probably still be doing them. I don't think my streak would have broke. But life was probably going to get in the way at some point. A couple of those days, life was going to probably end up getting in my way. And it is right now. It's actively getting in the way. But it's not getting in the way enough to where I have to stop for a while. And I don't plan on doing that. I like doing this too much to stop. Anyway, subscribe, do all that good stuff.